Hello USFL fans, hello spring football fans. It's been a while since I've done a video. Unfortunately, I was battling the older Charlie 19 myself. Thank goodness my symptoms were few. They were very mild, but they did linger for a couple of weeks, so I didn't want to get out here and look terrible, or well, not too terrible, and start coughing all over my computer screen and camera. So I am much better now. Been looking forward to doing this video. We do get some USFL news, so let's get to it. Of course, the last two coaches were hired, and the first one was Larry Fedora for the New Orleans Breakers. Now, he will be the head coach and general manager for New Orleans. He's 59 years old. He is a Texan. Played at Austin College, coached at Austin College, also coached at Southern Mississippi, North Carolina, and Texas. He has an overall record of 79-62 in college. Well, it's not too bad. It's pretty good. 3-5 in bowl games. He has a Conference USA East Division Championship, a Conference USA Championship, and one ACC Coastal Division Championship with the North Carolina Tar Heels. Now, he's also been a assistant head coach everywhere. Baylor, he was the wide receiver, tight ends, running back coach. Air Force, the wide receivers coach. Florida Gators, he was also the running backs wide receivers coach, as well as offensive coordinator in 2004. He was the offensive coordinator for 3 years in Oklahoma State. And again, he with Baylor as the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach in 2020. So he'll get this first chance at coaching professional football players. Now you may say, oh, well, these guys are still professionals. USFL is still a professional football league, they're not college. So this is going to be his first crack at it. I wish him all the luck. We need him to do well so the USFL can do well. So Larry Fedora is now your coach of the New Orleans Breakers. And finally, the last one, the new general manager and head coach for the Michigan Panthers, Jeff Fisher, is back. 63 years old. Of course, he was a player with the Bears for 4 years, but coached all over. He got his first name coaching the Houston/Tennessee Oilers/Tennessee Titans. Was there for 16 years. And he played the Bears in 85. That was the last year he played, which means he was a Super Bowl champion. It's the last time the Bears won a Super Bowl. And in college, UPI National Championship in 1978. But as a coach in the NFL for both the Oilers and the Rams, he's 173, 165, one tie. Not bad. 5-6 postseason career. And of course, he lost that thrilling Super Bowl with Steve McNair against the Rams when Mike Dyson was stopped at the 1 yard line by Michael Jones. What a game that was. Dick Vermeil's and Kurt Warner's championship, first and only championship together. But of course, every coach needs the good quarterback to be successful. There was just no way around it. I mean, since Tom Brady left New England, you know, Bill Belichick didn't get in the playoffs 1 year, and this year he was KO'd in the first round big time by the Buffalo Bills. Of course, after his stint in with Houston and Tennessee, he coached the Rams for a very unforgettable 4 years, because he's part of that transition where they were moving from St. Louis to Los Angeles. And let's put it this way: his coaching career and with the Rams is pretty unforgettable. And it's amazing how a guy like that, could go from being as successful as he is in Tennessee to being let go as badly as that with the Rams. Now, his first season with the Rams, he was 7-8-1, which was a 5-year improvement over the previous year. So again, his coaching success kept going for a while. Unfortunately, the next year after that, he finished with a 7-9 record. One more loss than the previous year. And then 2014 was bad. 6-10. Again, 7-9 in 2015. And, come to think of it, his time with St. Louis and LA wasn't as bad as I thought it was. "2016 was terrible. That was 4-9. He was fired in the middle of the year. And he hasn't been a head coach since, so this is his first coaching job in 6 years. In fact, the only thing he did was he was an advisor for Tennessee State last year. I mean, he's been out for a little while. So, anyway, Jeff Fisher is a big name. It's a good name for the United States Football League. We'll see how he does. I hope he does well. Again, we need these teams to do well. We need these coaches to do well. And as a biased New Jersey Generals fan, I'm still saying Coach Riley was the biggest pickup for the United States Football League. I know, whatever. Anyway, we've seen commercials during the NFL playoffs for the USFL, also giving us a teaser what the Houston Gamblers uniform is going to look like, and it's an updated version of what I remember what I see in the mid-'80s. And we also saw a commercial exposing the New Jersey Generals uniforms, again, an updated version of what I saw in the mid-'80s. Red uniforms, white numbers, navy blue around the number, and a little navy blue up here looked like. We also saw what the coaches' polo shirts would look like. So they're keeping to the old school tradition, which I like, because that's what I remember. Now, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. As much as I'm going to watch this league, to me, I've been saying it forever. I've been saying it forever. I'm not going to really get into this league until the second year. I'll watch the first year to support the league. I'm not going to buy any paraphernalia. Because to me, they have to play in their respective cities by year 2. If they come out and say, well, things aren't going so good, we may play the second year in Alabama, people like me are going to tune off, especially with the XFL coming on board the following year. I am not going to root for New Jersey Generals team playing their home and away games in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm just not. Sorry. That's only going to go so far. You'll get 1 year. You better make it count, and you better fulfill your promise of having these teams play in their respective cities. Because if the people in Michigan can't see the Michigan Panthers in Ford Field, they're going to tune out. If I can't go to Red Bulls Arena or MetLife Stadium to see my Generals, I'm going to tune out. Don't give us names of city to have everyone play in Birmingham, Alabama. Now, speaking of Birmingham, Alabama, the first game is going to be at the new Proactive Stadium between the Birmingham Stallions, and they will host, who else? My New Jersey Generals. Makes sense. It will be a April 16th game at 7:30 p.m. And check this out. It's going to be a dual simulcast game between NBC and Fox. We have not seen that since Super Bowl I between Kansas City and the Green Bay Packers. So this is pretty big. It tells you how big and how much the Fox network and NBC are going into this. I've been saying they saw what the XFL could do. They even saw what the AAF did, how successful they were, except for their money problems. I bet you they think they see an opportunity to launch a new league the way the MLS, Major League Soccer, did, I think over 25 years ago now. So it looks like Fox will handle the game coverage, and the pregame, halftime, and postgame show will be covered by NBC. Now they're saying they chose to simulcast the game because Saturday nights on broadcast are generally low rated. Well, which is true. People usually go out. Generally, families stay home. And there's a way to jumpstart the new league, which both networks are invested. So, yep, it is a legit reason, if you ask me, and a good move for the United States Football League. So, something else I've noticed, it looks like they're looking to bring in new owners. It looks like the biggest name I saw here is former Seattle Mariner, Texas Ranger, and New York Yankee and world champion Alex Rodriguez is talking about having an ownership with the New Jersey Generals. Now, A-Rod is a very wealthy man. He paid a lot of money playing Major League Baseball. He's made some money being a commentator on TBS. He's made all kinds of endorsements, so the man is wealthy. Is he wealthy enough, though, to own a USFL team? Well, it's not an NFL team. I mean, I don't think he definitely couldn't afford an NFL team, but yes, I think he can easily afford to be part of the New Jersey General ownership. Now, how successful will he be? I don't know. I'm as skeptical as I was watching Derek Jeter take over the Miami Marlins. Anyway, they did get a new stadium down in Miami, but the Marlins, although they were last year, attendance is real down, and the jury's out on Derek Jeter. So, some big USFL news here. Looks like the player draft, let's see, today is the 9th, is in 12 days. I think the February 21st and 22nd, there will be a player draft for the United States Football League, which is good because, let's see, about 7 weeks later is kickoff. So as soon as these guys are drafted, I guess we're going to have I don't know if it's going to be a half, a mini camp and a full training camp, or just a full training camp. Either way, these guys are going to need it. You saw with XFL Part 1, when these guys were rushed, how terrible the football play was. And you saw 2 years ago when these players were given a full mini camp and a full training camp, how good XFL Part 3 was. So, let's see, April 16th, we're 9 weeks away. I can't wait. Okay, of course, the Super Bowl is this Sunday. As far as who I'm rooting for, listen, I just want a competitive game. I mean, we had 2 good championship games almost 2 weeks ago, and the AFC NFC divisional weekend was as good as football, as good as competitive football as I've ever seen on one weekend in my life. And for all you people who know me, who've been watching my videos, knows I was a big fan of the NFL in the 80s and 90s. I haven't been such a big fan this past decade. It's just not the same game. But I have to give credit due. That divisional weekend was phenomenal. Even last week's 2 games were good. I'm hoping we can get one more good one. The Bengals had a 30,000 fan pep rally. The Rams had a 500 fan pep rally. That just goes to show you why football in LA, even though it's the second biggest market, sorry, I gotta call the way I see it. Why bother? Either way, if the Rams win, it's a good story. I would like to see Matthew Stafford get a Super Bowl ring. If not, the Bengals have been so bad for so long, it would be good to see them get their first championship as well. So, enjoy the Super Bowl this weekend. Listen, I'm going to say this about the Super Bowl. It's an event more than a football game. I always consider the AFC NFC Championship games the last good weekend of football for the NFL, because it's for the true football fan. All the fair weather that's come out for Super Bowl. Who's tossing the coin? Who's singing the national anthem? Who's playing at halftime? That's usually the time I get more wings and get more soda and fill up on food. Anyway, 9 weeks left to kick off. I'll do my best, and now I'm healthy again. I'll put some more videos out. We'll talk to you later. Go USFL.